Hello and welcome back to this episode of The Ignited. I am your Dungeon Master for tonight's campaign and session, Gilbert Ramos, aka Ramos the Nomad everywhere on social media. I am CEO and founder of Rolling Nomads, and tonight again I have the pleasure of being your Dungeon Master. Well, not your Dungeon Master, but the Dungeon Master. So, with that out of the way, let's get to the people that you actually came here to see, our players.
Hello, I'm Luna, or Druid by Night. You can find me at Druid by Night on Blue Sky, TikTok, and Twitch. But this evening, I will be playing Amelia Voldaren, Vampire Warlock.
Hello, everybody. I am David Gagnon, cleverly disguised as a fully functioning adult. I am the production supervisor here at the Rolling Nomads, and tonight, almost forgot the social media plug. You can find me on social media over at DGtheNomad, and tonight I'm going to be playing Cal, the Loxodon Fighter.
Oh, hi, I'm Dawn. Social media is all at Cosmic Bitch with the Y, not an I. This evening I am playing Nadidah and super excited to see what happens.
Hello, I'm Andrew. I'll be playing Oberon. I don't have any social media, so we definitely had a good fight. We borderline unscathed. I was super surprised. Yeah, I want to see what happens next.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Avery at Averydaboi on all the social media platforms. I am the partnerships manager right here on the Rolling Nomads. So if you would like to work with us and you like what you see, send us an email at the email that is definitely on our website now. And you can talk to me and we'll see what we can work out. But way more importantly, this time zone, I will be playing the Mole, a Mole Ranger.
Indeed. That email and our website is definitely linked into our socials. All of our stuff should have that on there. So again, if you're interested in working with us, Avery will be the person you talk to. Not the Mole. Maybe one day. Maybe for like a special event. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of The Ignited. We begin each episode as we always do with a recap. Now, we have a volunteer. Cal, if you would kindly.
Yes. Well, we began last time in combat, and Amelia just kind of appeared or was there the whole time. I'm still unsure. But we tried and fought, and there was an attempt at convincing this thing that I was some form of demonic creature. Overall, I'm not quite sure if he was convinced, but we tried. And on we fought, and eventually we prevailed. The mole managed to how do you say it? Get inside his head? Yes, I believe that's the saying. And then we won. And it was good. But then, as always follows combat and all the unpleasantries of it, we were left, pick up what was left. And with the silence that comes with that. Yeah.
Indeed, with the sign that comes with that, you all were making your way out of this now destroyed, now razed village. Cal, you had let's say you had a moment. Some of you might have seen, some of you guys might have caught that Cal sort of stopped staring at one of the homes. I open it to all of you to decide if you have taken notice or if you otherwise engaged with other things. Perhaps conversation, perhaps just simply making your way out of this place. I'll turn the floor over to all of you.
I think Amelia notices, and what would come to mind would be how villagers in Innistrad must feel after their town or village has been sacked and raided. And she's never really cared or given it a second thought, so she's just going to politely keep quiet.
Fair enough.
Oberon would be too engrossed with examining the dead infernal or demon. I'm not too sure what exactly it is. And trying to see like its origins and like maybe find if it had some orders on it.
Understood. About the rest
Correct
of you?
me if the mole is wrong here, but we did not find any bodies of villagers, did we?
They are not layered onto the map that you are viewing. There are bodies, varying ages and sizes.
Think with that, because the mole was already on Nadidah's shoulder, think the mole will lean over and say, "We should not leave just yet. These people, they need to be buried, put to rest. We should ask Tyvar what the rituals are here, so that we can make sure that their spirits go to the right afterlife."
I agree.
I don't want to leave them out here to freeze and be picked by crows.
No, we can't do that.
They were
Yes,
people.
Tyvar.
They were people.
They were.
They had dreams and aspirations, and they wanted the things.
Well, we'll make sure that they're honored.
The mole's heart is heavy. I will sit in silence for a while.
Are you comfortable on my shoulder, or do you want me to?
It's a little
wanna-
breezy all the way up here, but it is fine.
Do I have a pocket?
No, I must witness them. Their suffering deserves to be witnessed.
Okay, let me find Tyvar. Is Tyvar within view?
Tyvar had told you he was going to wait on the hill and basically leave this to you and only interject if something needed to be done, if he was absolutely necessary. It's strange, I think, that you all can agree that the appearance of a demon would probably warrant, in most people's minds, his appearance, yet he has not shown himself. That to
Can I
say-
activate the Eyes of the Eagle to help Nadidah find him?
Absolutely. You guys would kindly give me a perception check.
That is at advantage with the eyes.
The results of your rolls.
22.
13.
6.
22, 13, 6. Anybody
Oh,
else?
sorry. I didn't realize this was. Hold on. I think I was inside. So I'm not sure if I would be in a position to be able to see him.
Perfectly acceptable. The 22. 22 that you can see, he is where his perch, where he was standing on the hill. He had taken up a viewpoint where he could easily also be seen, essentially. Very in character for Tyvar. You can see, as you're making it right down, you would have seen him sort of arms crossed over his chest, watching you proudly going into this situation. He was a teacher in that moment. He was boisterous and present. Now, he's not there. But there is a figure, not facing you, not watching all of you, but back to you, staring at something on the ground.
Can I make out any features looking at it from behind?
Yes. You can see The figure is thin. Almost, you can tell that this individual is shorter, wearing furs, wielding a strange weapon, this almost scythe or sickle. Gray hair, or white that's kind of flowing in the wind. Leathers. Not much else from the, with them facing away from you.
That is a stranger. Do you still want to approach them?
Tyvar's just not around. Okay. Why don't you stay here with Amelia so you're safe, and I'll go see who that is.
No. The mole is kept safe by Nadidah and our new friends, and the mole keeps them safe as well. This is the oath that the mole swore.
Oh, let's go see what's what.
So, Nadidah, the mole, you guys are heading up to see who this figure is.
Mm-hmm.
Cal, I know what you're up to. Overon, you are picking the body clean, looking for any sign of, well, anything, any clues to go from here. It would be cruel of me to ask for a roll when I can give nothing. Amelia, what are you up to while this is going on as well?
In my ignorance, what is do I get anything from dead blood?
You do not.
Okay, knowing that, she would sigh at the missed opportunity and notice the mole and Nadidah leaving and be like, well, nothing left to do but go see where Tyvar is. And follow them.
Understood. Overrun, do you join your companions?
Yeah, I'll go find Cal, since I saw him wandering deeper into the village.
Understood. You tell me, Cal, where would he find you, do you think?
So, I would have continued to walk through the houses, eventually coming to stop in one. Obviously, these houses are built for somebody much smaller in stature than myself. So I kind of have to crouch down and kind of hunch over in order to actually fit. But the one that I stop in, at least from what the layout and what's left in the house, would have been something that used to be occupied by a small family of 4. I'm just kind of standing at the entry to one of the bedrooms.
And this is where you find him, Oberon.
I'll approach him and try to put a hand on him and attempt to comfort him best I know how. I'm not used to these types of situations. Are you okay?
Right. As I can be.
Let's get out of here.
Where are the others?
As far as I know, they're heading towards Tyvar.
Let's. Right, then we should go then. And I'll turn and start walking out the door.
You move. Nadidah and the mole, you guys would arrive first. Amelia, I'll allow you to interject if you see fit. Whenever you would show up, you think you'd be the third to follow. Oberon and Cal, you would be last. Nadidah, mole. As you approach, the figure doesn't turn to look at you. Instead, they crouch down, almost just squatting, letting their hand sort of drift down the staff, the shaft of this scythe that they wield. It looks like hardened blue ice or some sort of crystal. It's strange. It's not a blade of steel or iron or bronze, but it looks almost maybe made of ice. This thing carries a wicked point to it. As you get closer, you can tell that it's a young boy, no more than a teenager. He is squatting over what looks like an unconscious and bleeding Tyvar.
Great.
Ask him if he did this.
Baragoth,
No reply.
do you have a name?
Oh, I'm sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes, I was.
That's interesting, I suppose.
What'd you do to Tyvar?
Is that his name?
Look, I'm having a really bad day. I've got a village full of dead people. I just killed a bunch of straw killing machines and a demon. I'm not in the mood. What did you do to Tyvar?
I didn't do anything to him. He stands. He's not really an imposing figure. Again, he's no more than a teenager. He's a pale boy with blue eyes, hair that's cut on the sides. He's just a boy. I didn't do anything to him. I don't appreciate you taking out your bad day on me, though. You should have more respect.
Really? Who are you, and why are you here?
You don't know me. Well, I suppose that's by some sort of design, I guess. You haven't... You should count yourself lucky, I guess. That means you've lived a good life, a decent life, right? That's what they say.
No, not really. So, who are you?
Egon, god of the dead, at your service. You may kneel if you wish.
I don't.
Fair enough, suit yourself. All eventually do. Your friend, though. Think I'll be meeting him soon. Looks down at Tyvar once more.
I think at this point Amelia would be approaching and have heard God of the Dead, you may kneel if you wish, and she would just kind of say, well, I've never met a god, but kneeling is earned and rarely given. And she'll see Tyvar bleeding, and her eyes will kind of go wide, and she'll look very serious, say, what happened?
That is an excellent question. I didn't have him in my ledger. I was coming to investigate and to bear witness to all of this. He gestures with the scythe. But this one is fresh, cut down recently. Is this one of your handiwork?
No.
No, certainly not. We were dealing with the problem in the village.
Oh, and how did you find it?
Much the way I find you distasteful.
I'm an acquired taste, I hear. You're welcome to try to help him. I wasn't expecting to collect him. By all means.
If we don't help him, will you collect him?
That's
Not
not my
collecting
role.
him. I'm gonna move around Egon and kneel next to Tyvar.
There is a
Unless
deep...
Egon stops me.
It's not. There is a deep cut across his chest. Someone has cut into the bare flesh. Someone faced him head on. It's a clean cut. A sharp blade. He is sweating. His breathing is ragged. It's not unlike a number of other scenes that you've seen, Nadidah. He is dying.
You're gonna take them all off her shoulder? Go see Amelia.
I think I
Put him
will have
down.
words with this Egon.
Okay, well, go see Amelia. She's right there. At least go up on her shoulder.
And then we'll waddle across the snow.
And I'll pick him up. Not taking my eyes off Tyvar's wound.
Please.
We should take
Gonna
this
kneel.
opportunity while he is still bleeding.
I'm sorry, what?
Remember, you should not be ashamed of your appetites. You should take this opportunity while he is still bleeding.
That's hardly polite, during a man's dying hour.
He was hardly polite. He is a drunk and a braggart.
I'll get closer.
Yun just watches.
She's gonna do her thing. Gilbert, touch him. Close her eyes. Pray quietly. Try to cure him.
What do you use, Nadidah? What
Technically
spell?
cure wounds.
Perfect. Now, you said something interesting. And as much as I want to leap at the opportunity, I'm going to reiterate that you were explicitly told not to pray. So I'll give you a choice here.
Please. It's not to anyone specific. It is there's never anyone specific. It is, let me help them. Let me take what's wrong. I'll make it better. Let me just help make it better, and then I'll do what I have to do. He can't die. But even though she was told not to, it's what she does when someone's dying.
You pray for his life. You pray for his safety. No one in particular. You cast Cure Wounds. And the wound closes. And Nadidah, you feel a very similar, familiar feeling. You take on that injury. Opens externally on you for a moment, then seals. And then, in moments, it's like the blood dried and rotting begins to expunge itself from your body. Begin to puke this black ichor. And you pray to no one in particular. And Amelia, Mole, you see Egon look toward the stars in the sky and just inhale. You know, it's always a pleasure. Even when I'm right in your presence. But his fate's in your hands. You don't need my intervention.
You chirp incessantly like a bird.
You're one to talk. I haven't seen anything like you before.
And you never will again.
Well,
Broke
maybe
them all,
once.
as they say.
I'll see you once more, at the very least.
No, you won't. I'll get you first.
A lot of people have tried.
You are no true god. I have seen a god, and you are not it.
Watch your tongue.
Are you going to make me, Egon? Besides, I cannot see I have a muzzle.
Mole, give me an insight check.
Sure. I'm pretty good at those.
Well, that
And
roll is
he does not count as a monstrosity, correct?
No, he does not. Go ahead, Amelia, you had something.
Yes, well, sorry. While that role is happening, I think Amelia is actually very focused on Nadidah, and if I may be so bold as to say, feeling that, call it energy coming from her, it's more enticing than even Tybar's blood, I think.
I'm inclined to agree. That magic is not familiar to you. It's not like what you do, or your family does, or your friends, or anyone that you associate with. No, it's only things that you hear about. It's different, though, Amelia. That magic is maybe flawed. Expunging all of the wound and the dried blood, this mixture of bile and almost scab tissue. That's not what the angels do on an Innistrad. Cal, Oberon, I think that now is about time where you could possibly be walking up. But I'll have the moles roll first.
That is not a great roll for the mole, but it is a 16.
Ironic. Incredibly ironic. This boy is about, looking at the age, around 16. And what you can tell, you have employed these sort of tactics before. You're confident and you're good at reading people. This is not a person, but is read easily all the same. This is a bitter, negative individual. This is an individual that is filled with resentment, easily goaded, and much like his form of a teenager, will be easily drawn into combat or a challenge. Now, how you feel about that is up to you.
I think the mole will just turn his head.
You like to prove that you are right.
So often am I required to prove that I am right. gets old.
Let us play a game.
A game.
Yes. If you are a god, then you will have the ability to know things and to find out things, and perhaps a bargain can be struck.
What could you know that I could possibly want?
I know something that even your godfather does not know. The one with the crows.
My father? Elrond is not my father.
That is not what I heard from him.
What?
Oh, I may have overplayed my hand.
What did you say? He steps closer to you. Well, to you, Amelia, with the mole being on your shoulder. And he drops this blade of the scythe into the snow, dragging it closer. Nadidah, you are kneeling before Tyvar, who is now sort of letting his eyes flutter open and reaching out. And Cal, Oberon, as I said, you were walking up, seeing all of this happen.
Well, seeing this individual, this unknown individual with a scythe near the party, I'm gonna walk a little faster. What is going on here?
We are deciding if we are playing a game.
What did he say to you?
If you win, I will tell you what I know that even he does not.
You?
But if the mole wins, then we will talk about payment.
I am one of the oldest. Do you think this is wise?
I think you're afraid. Not of me. No, certainly not of Alaron. I think you are afraid of your own loneliness, Egon.
Name your game.
Riddles.
He grins.
I know you like them. I can sense it. And it is better to play games that we like.
What are the rest of you doing while this conversation is happening?
As we approach, I notice how Typhar, and I hesitate because I never seen like someone who's leading us, teaching us in such a state. So it makes me hesitate and fear. But I want to try to bypass their game and try to aid Nadidah as the best I can.
I was just going to say that I'm going to be watching this new individual to see. I mean, if they start getting hostile, then I'm going to try to shut that down. But for right now, just watching.
Understood. Amelia.
Amelia is rubbing Nadidah's back as Nadidah's vomiting. And just she was thinking about, or rather contemplating what she knows about angels and how this is different. But with Egon getting closer, she tenses and looks up at Adam as the mole is speaking with him. her eyes are very hard.
And finally, Nadidah, you have retched up the majority of what has come to you. You may basically spit out the rest as you continue about your efforts. Now, Tyvar is saved. Let me be very clear. He's getting his senses back. He's sort of adjusting.
It's gonna kind of tap Tyvar's chest. Now would be a good time to get up. And then she's gonna try to stand up. Pretty sure it's pretty shaky, but she's going to get up, look at Oberon, help him. Supposed god of death. She's pointing to Egon. And she's stepping closer to Amelia. And she's looking at the mole like, are we really doing this now?
The mole loves riddles only as much as the mole loves fishing.
We're doing this.
But not so much as the mole loves his boy. There is a hierarchy of these things.
We're doing this. Okay.
What do you want of you? Exactly.
A favor to be called upon later.
A favor? You would have a favor from death. You, small, almost insignificant, forgettable creature.
You are also unremarkable. I will not call you Egon anymore. You are 133.
Well, do me a favor. Take an inspiration. Just annotate it somewhere on your sheet.
He's not exactly insignificant. He did just kill whatever that was, controlling the scarecrows. He did kind of put Artie in his place. You know, he fed an entire ship full of people. I think insignificant's not quite the word you want to use for them all.
Right, and, well, I don't know about this world, but I do know one thing. Everywhere, everyone runs on favors. Even gods, I'm sure.
Yes. You feed off them. Sniffs the air. You reek of my home. And yet I don't know you either.
The game 133.
I agree.
Then perhaps you would like to start.
Think. Eager to hear more. By all means, you begin.
Very well. So, 2 mothers and 2 daughters go to the market to eat. Everyone ate 1 leg of chicken, yet only 3 legs of chicken were eaten. How is this possible?
I'm in a very strange situation once again, put in by Avery, where
I'm actually a maniacal, evil, sadistic, sociopathic wizard in real life.
This is not the role
I
that
love
this is
it.
supposed to take. You know that I'm the DM, right? You know that this is supposed to be what you're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
right now is my bag,
Listen.
you motherfucker. Yeah, we're going to essentially do some rolls. I was hoping that I would be able to get this off the rip, but I am a fool. I would like you to make a deception check against his insight check.
The mole, notoriously great at lying. 7.
Oh, I see. That is a 16 on the die.
Well, the
So
answer to that riddle is that they were a grandmother, a mother, and a daughter.
How unsatisfying. He will answer your riddle. It takes him a minute, but he grins. He gives you the correct answer, Mole.
Oh, Nord, yeah, it's your turn. He's waving his big old mole paws.
He says, what loses its head in the morning, but can suddenly regain it when the sun falls?
And I will roll an insight because this is not a riddle I'm familiar with. That is a 21 insight for the mole.
The answer in this case would be a pillow.
It is a strange riddle. The mole sleeps in dens. I do not understand you pillow people.
Then you are at a disadvantage.
You would think so. My turn.
By all means.
How many seconds are there in a year?
I'm going to make a roll, rather than just have him be a giant shit. So if you kindly give me deception.
Sure.
Oh. That's a 5.
17 for the mole.
He gives you... Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If you would like to reveal the answer for me.
12. January
He-
2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd.
Perfect. He, exactly what I wanted him to do, he gives you the exact number of seconds in the year. In the Kaldheim year. Down to the millisecond.
Wrong.
I can assure you I'm...
That's far too many.
I
There is
can
only
assure
one-
you.
There is only 1 second a month, Egon.
Explain.
The second day of the month. It is called the second.
That doesn't
But
count.
don't worry, we usually play 2 out of 3.
It doesn't count.
What do you mean it doesn't count?
Not count. He asked you how many seconds there are in a year. You
It is
took
a-
it wrong. God.
It is
He
a riddle.
He lists the months of Kaldheim. And he lists 13 months.
So we call it a what? Sure, fine. Your turn.
When you stop to look, you can always see me. If you try to touch me, you can never feel me. Although you might walk toward me, I remain the same distance from you always. What am I?
Repeat on.
When you stop to look, you can always see me. But if you try to touch me, you can never feel me. Although you walk towards me, I remain the same distance from you. What am I?
Insight. Because that wording doesn't make sense. It's even better. Jesus Christ. 24.
The horizon.
Ingo would be happy with this riddle. always finding far horizons. You are a worthy opponent, 133.
It's your turn.
I think you will find this particularly a good riddle. What is the end of everything?
Give me a deception check.
$16.
16. I will ask again. What is everyone else doing while this is happening?
I love riddles, so I'm loving this.
I'm
Like
looking over at
riddles,
Tyvar.
puns.
Tyvar's getting up slowly but surely. Give me an insight check, Oberon.
On him? Okay. Not 20.
So
26.
Natural 20. Egon is doing something. There's magic in the air.
Mm.
Tyvar with a natural 20. Tyvar was on the brink of death. And Egon is somehow, through arcane means, holding him. There's a game going on, and he refuses to be interrupted. So he's getting up, and he's fighting. He's not dying, but death's grip has him. Just letting him drag himself back out of the grave. With a 16 mole and a 5. Where you gone?
Don't you at least even have a gaze?
Say it again.
What is the end of everything?
You all can see. Egon furrow his brow. Looks frustrated. Surely you couldn't be so foolish. Me. You have named me.
Would you mind putting me down? I don't want to embarrass 133.
Sure. Amelia's smirking.
And he'll waddle over to Egon in the snow.
Would you mind picking me up so I can tell you the right answer?
Places his hand into the snow.
I will crawl up his arm and to his ear, and just for Egon to hear, the mole will say,
Your vast intellect was defeated by the letter G.
All of you that are not so close to Egon's ear can see the face contort. Frustration. Rage. And then a curl on his right cheek. The lip turns, and there's a grin. Been bested. By a runic G.
Also, as a show of good faith, I will tell you still, if you want. One secret you must keep for yourself that even Alorund does not know. But you must keep it close, Death. Like it is your own grave dirt.
The whispers on battlefields have never left my lips. Prayers of soldiers, wishes of mothers,
And you would not betray my trust.
There is one thing that God of the Dead is. It is absolute. My word. You have it.
Then Alrond does not know that here, right before your eyes, there are 5 planeswalkers from other worlds.
His eyes widen. 12 months.
You should have guessed. Or did you just think a mole didn't know what a calendar was?
Tyvar suddenly stands quickly, raising his fists, and he says, "Release him." Speaking to Egon, then turns to him. He's no captive. Take him.
133. And I'll slide down his arm and waddle back over in the snow.
I'll pick him up.
And Egon looks to all of you. 5. Your secret is safe with me, creature.
Good. Toski will tell me if you betray my trust.
It has been a pleasure. You may call on me when you need.
I will.
Be safe. Death is around every corner. He steps back and begins to walk away.
They take them to the afterlife, Tyvar. The people in the village.
Tyvar looks. His eye is not leaving Egon. And he says, Egon is a god of the dead in name and title. Whether he shepherds them, that is his mystery. But he is Lord. Though his subjects are wont to listen the majority of the time. Kaldheim breeds willful spirits, and death does not change that.
Well, he was a bit of a bore, so.
He's cunning in his own way.
I'm sorry. I was taken off guard.
Who cut you?
An old enemy, I think. His name is Kinsey. He's looking for something or someone. But I didn't have his answers.
Is he going to be a problem?
No. No, he will not be.
Well, he nearly ended your life there so much that you're near passing some, albeit probably almost summoned the god of death.
He's a being without
Arguably
honor.
problematic. Sorry.
Did your honor stay his blade?
I won't be caught again by his tricks. And he's gone now. He points. There's a few footsteps away from where Tyvar had fallen. Long strides. At the end of them, there is a scorch, an exposed bit of stone, and a symbol. This triangle is arcing down with several spikes, several jagged lines from the top. He has planeswalked.
Well,
This is an excellent opportunity, though. I don't know how long I was indisposed. But this can be a lesson. Come.
Wait,
He walks toward this.
before there's the people in the village. I can't leave them like that. We need to at least I need to at least bury them.
you
It's
will
a
not
noble-
bury them alone.
It's a noble thing. I will aid you. I'm afraid, though, it will have to wait just a moment. This is time sensitive. Please.
I'll just very well.
He walks toward that symbol. And he brings you all surrounding it. You get a better look. The ice, the snow, begins to drip into it. It begins to be covered up. But he holds his hand out over it. Not crouching down to touch it or to hover over it, but just over it. He bids you all to do the same.
I do it.
I'll kneel down and place my hand over it as well.
Amelia's just like, okay, sure.
And you all... Nadidah, do you do this?
Yeah, are the mole's hands, paws gonna be close enough where he is, or do I need to take him and kneel with him closer?
I would say that the mole is in a very unique situation where, yeah, this is close enough, and
Okay.
will likely be a little bit different. Tyvar says, when we leave a world, there is an echo for just a moment. It's a possibility to follow. I want you to feel for this. Do not take this step, but feeling for it. Get the path. You could follow him if you wish. You could cling and run for him, to follow in his wake, to trail behind him. I want you to feel for this. I want you to feel the pull of other planes and where he might have gone. Feel the possibility of a journey. Go on.
Does this count as a planar portal?
This is the fun thing about your subclass. Technically, no. But for the game that we are playing, I'm going to say yes.
I'm gonna use my detect portal feature.
Kindly detailed detect portal.
You gain the ability to magically sense the presence of a planar portal as an action. I can detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within a mile of me, which is obviously this one.
Mhm.
But I'm just trying to use that to really attune myself to the feeling.
Excellent. You will have advantage. Actually, I'm not even going to ask you to roll. Everyone else, I'm going to ask you to roll a, I'm going to give you a choice here. I want you to detail to me. We're going to go around the room, and I have the mole's sense of this, but I want you to detail to me how you push onto this, how you feel about this, what are you searching for? And then we'll determine a roll together based on your descriptions. Let's start with who's ready. I don't want to be a dickhead and just be like, give me your emotions, your feelings now, quick, run.
I'm ready.
Cal, let's start with you.
Okay. So earlier, we had tried like tapping into like the ley line thing before. Obviously, that was a much more hostile environment there, and I guess my thought process is like trying to sort of connect with the world here and feel how this portal is different. To kind of sync up with both in a way, I suppose. Get a vibe check on both.
Both the portal and the world itself.
Right. So
yeah,
kind of like feeling the world and how this portal is different from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me. I'm gonna call this survival.
Okay.
Or survival. Or nature.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll try survival on that one.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. 21.
21. We'll get back to you very shortly. Amelia, Oberon, Nadidah, whoever's next.
I will try. So I feel like this is going to be a rough role for me regardless. However, I think that speaks to Amelia's character, how she's not very patient. So she tries to almost brute force push her senses. And what comes to mind is a pursuit, a hunt.
For this, I'm going to ask for an intimidation check.
Oh, thanks. That's a good one. It's really good. 24.
Understood. We'll get back to you very shortly. Nadidah and Oberon, who's up next?
I'll go. I'll close my eyes while reaching out my hand and try to remember back to the streets of Ravnica with me and my sister when we were younger and how we used to run around through the alleys and markets and causing all the ruckus. And as I always try to keep up with her, and I'll try to remember that sort of following.
I'm gonna call this an insight check.
11.
We'll get back to that very shortly.
She's struggling. Struggling to feel the energy through her own mind issues that she's having right now with everything that just happened in that fight and taking life, saving Tyvar, God of Death, the mole, feel some energy, try to find it. It's confusion. Everything right now is just confusion, and she's struggling to feel it through all of it.
Give me a perception check.
16.
16. Start with the mole. It's there. You can feel it. You've identified it. You can feel this pull. It's a difference in energy. There's a warmth to it that keeps the ice melted. It's a tear, like a wound that no one can see. But it's different. It's where a wound would bleed or seep fluid or blood. No, this pulls. This almost sucks you in. As you reach out. You're almost grabbed by nothing, by the air, by darkness. You're almost pulled into a space that is nothing and everything. Infinite possibility. It's everything. Take a moment and it peers through. You can almost see where he steps. There's a world on the other side of this wall, made of magic and light. There are grown, almost humanoid size, the size of your friends Amelia and Nadidah, rats with lights in their eyes, rectangular, with strange metals that cover the sides of their heads. Not armor, but plated nonetheless. Mechanical versions of creatures that you've seen out in the wild. Spirits that drift between buildings. It's a whole world you could leave to. You just gave in.
Am I feeling some kind of empathic connection with the place itself?
Would say no. It's a world that's magic is different. It's contained. The gods are diluted, but they are multiple. Everything has a god. From a simple light to a raging river. Cal, with your role, survival. It's different. That world is bustling. The natural world is muted. And you can feel the steps that are on paved and worked stone. You're familiar with masonry. Not like this. This is precise, precision cut. The architecture is strange. The signs glow with some arcane light. The world is not unnatural, but very different from everything you know. For you, Oberon, it's familiar. The streets are paved. It's a city. It's glowing. Not with firelight or the is it electric tubes. No, this is different. Their tech, their artifice is something else entirely. It's an advancement that is beyond the is it. It's industry and spiritualism together hand in hand. But there's not a war. We're not at odds. It is a dynasty of unison between the old and the new.
Do I know of this plane?
You are in a very unique situation where you might. Give me a history check.
16. The player knows, but not the character.
We'll get back to that. Amelia. An interesting situation, interesting way of going about this. As your quarry, the individual that you are following in this sense is also on a hunt. And so you watch his steps through back alleys, shaking down muscled individuals with moving tattoos. He's a hunter, just like you. He uses fear. His fangs, his maw can be removed. The mask that he wears bears a visage of a demon. And his eyes blaze with ambition, with purpose. And he hunts through this city. He doesn't let anyone stop him. He shakes down people, creatures, spirits. It's fury. Nadidah, that world you see is stagnant. It's reached a point where it has to choose. It's not like your home, ever shifting, ever changing. They are crafting things that are bending the world to their will. The structure is impossibly tall. The cities fly through the air, not with magic, but with something else entirely, something very foreign, something new. And if something doesn't go right, if their world changes by an earthquake, or a flood, or a volcano, or a fire, they create a barrier, they create something new. They bend their world. They shift with it and move with it, and they curve it where they can. Oberon, the world is called Kamigawa. You all feel this pull, and you could leave. Something that unites all of you in this moment, you could leave. You find your company distasteful. You don't have to be here. Do you want to run even further from where you've come from? You can leave. Do you want to pursue someone that you've lost? Chase them. The multiverse is open to you right here. Do any of you take that step?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Etienne would never forgive them all if I took the easy way out.
He really wants to. Especially after her weird dream. But almost frustratingly, she'll pull back.
Nadidah?
Not gonna go. She doesn't know enough to go yet.
You all pull back from it. And feel that wound still slowly stitching itself back together. Divor looks to all of you and says, that is the multiverse. That is what it means to be a Planeswalker. The ability to leave and making the choice to stay. Let's see to the depths.
And somewhere in between all of these places is the place Gideon met his end.
It is.
Can you do it? Stop in the place between places.
I've never had a reason to try.
Is it because you are afraid that you cannot?
I'm afraid of what exists there.
Don't worry. You will find heart enough soon, Diver. But we have debt to bury.
It turns.
Nadidah, could you hand me to Amelia? I have a question.
Just gonna
Hand him over.
And the mole will wait to speak until we kind of started our journey back towards the village.
Do this.
I'm having a conundrum and I seek your counsel. Vampiress.
What could that? How can I help you?
I think I am on the verge of even greater power. I don't know if I should take it. What it would do. What I would become.
You would neglect an opportunity to be stronger.
I did not say stronger. I said more powerful.
Even
An easy
still-
misconception.
Fair enough. But even still, I think you're strong-willed enough to wield it however you see fit.
And do you think you are strong-willed enough to use me?
You? How do you mean?
You hunt in a way that reminds the mole of hawks. Hawks will often allow a fox to rush a rabbit from its den, only to swoop it up from just meters in front of the fox. Because a hawk hunts better over open ground. So if I gain power, and you can point the mole's direction towards something you need out of your way, well then, it is just beneficial for us both. No?
Symbiotic.
And the mole will reach in their pouch and pull out the pearl of sap from the world tree.
I could consume it, like the nut rat.
I see. That is tempting.
It was given freely by Asika. I am no thief.
How, generous of her.
And she did give it to us to show to Arnie to prove who we were, who we said we were, but that is neither here nor there. We still have it.
Right. Well, I think the choice is yours. But if you're looking for counsel, well, I suppose the right opportunity will present itself.
I make a big show of it, but it really does hurt me when people call me small. I don't want to be small forever. My boy was not small.
Regardless of your size, you will show every world that you step upon how mighty you are.
even your Innistrad.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
The mole will pop the bead of sap in his mouth and swallow it.
This is an excellent time to take our break. We will see you all very shortly.
Brother, long have you been my warden? Did you think you could stop all of my plans? I know you can feel yourself fading, growing weaker as my contingency unfolds. Brother, don't you see? In the end, we are nothing alike. I know you have assembled your own consortium against me. So, brother, when you fall, just as the shattered gate watch before you, this eternal vanguard and the entire multiverse will contest with my ignited.
Hello and welcome back. We hope you enjoyed our intermission. We certainly did. We got some water, took a little bit of a break, so we are back and ready to give you some entertainment, to tell a story. We pick up right where we left off. You guys have begun spreading around and tending to the dead of this village. Let's take a moment here, reflect, discuss. You have a moment as you're doing this to have one-on-ones, have group conversations, discuss things as a group together if you wish. Is there anything that you guys would like to do? Anyone you'd like to have a conversation with while this is going on?
Does the mole go off to, like, start burying the dead or helping or whatever?
Yeah, I think the mole is going to be using one of my cantrips, mold earth. This ground is pretty hard packed. It's winter time. It's gonna be hard to work by traditional means. So the mole is going to be doing the majority of the, like, actually getting the graves ready with the mold earth.
Okay, I'll set him down and let him do that, and just kind of take a step back and kind of oversee for a moment.
You do this. You see your companions all tending to this. They're all doing their part, Amelia.
With the mole taking care of the digging, essentially, I'm basically going to go through just sort of house by house, gathering up as many as I can, and making that back and forth to bring them to the graves as the mole digs them.
You do this. You don't get any lighter, Cal.
I want to ask Tyvar if they have any special rites or ceremonies that they usually hold for their dead, and glean more information off of that.
My people are very different from humans. I'm almost ashamed to say that I don't know what they would have done. I imagine honoring their gods.
Yeah, I'll head back. Try to think of something.
You do this.
With each one that I bring and set into the ground, now for just, I guess my visualization purposes here, I would imagine that essentially there's a mound of earth next to this from when you're doing the mold earth, so we kind of just scoop it over, right? Okay. So essentially going to using my hands to just carefully pat that over each body. And again, I don't know what their customs are here, so just more going to take them kind of from my own there, and that's after each grave, basically just setting my hand on top of it and tracing a small circle, not just right over the top, and then moving on to the next one.
I think if you can, the mole will kind of tug on the fur of Cal's leg.
And I'll turn to look at you.
You said your home was not unlike this place. Cold and snowy.
That's right.
What do your gods demand? You do as you're dead.
Typically, we bury them. Some have different preferences and they prefer burning, but typically we would bury them like this. So in my world, we have a god of death. It is known as None. And it is believed that all life in the end goes to him. His symbol, thus, is a circle. And while I'm not a deeply religious man, it is what many people on my world believe, and as a way of showing respect to them, I carry that forward.
Have a god of death on Theros. Yeah. Perhaps not a god of death, a god of the dead. There is a difference, I think, though the mole is not entirely sure what that difference is, But he is called Erebos. He wields a great whip, and at the head of the whip is a snake's fangs. Jealous of his brother Heliod, the god of the sun. Always plotting.
Yes. Things like jealousy. I suppose it's not just a mortal problem, is it? Well, I suppose we had to learn it from somewhere.
This is why I tell the gods here of Coldheim that they do not seem like gods to me.
Why? What makes them different?
Estika said that once Tyvar's kin were gods. and now they are gods no longer. The gods of Theros are eternal. They spawn and choose demigods of different kinds. Ajax, my boy was blessed by Heliod, chosen. Champions of the Thassa deep dwelling. Our gods stood for things. They were unmovable.
It seems perhaps that maybe our worlds have more in common than I realized.
Perhaps. I'm sorry that you know this sorrow. You have buried dead before. You're dead.
I have, yes. And I'm sorry that you have to experience it.
I did not know these people. But there is a new feeling. The mole does not know what he is to call it. It feels heavy that the mole wishes that the mole was here to save them from it ever happening. I don't know what this feeling is, but perhaps Cal knows the word.
Many people would have different names for it, but I think the word you're looking for would be grief. And even for someone as big as me, it is very heavy.
I will not let this happen to another village if I can help it. And the fates of the demon and his scarecrows were decided as soon as they came to this place with ill intent in their hearts.
Yes.
Does
I
our
wish
killing
that-
them make you feel strange as well?
It does.
Can killing be undone with more killing?
No. At least not in any way that I know of.
This makes them more consider greatly what men call to be justice.
There are some who can circumvent this to some extent, but most of the time that's not the case.
I think as the mole begins to raise their paws and move more earth, I think they'll just look up to Cal and say,
This is why it is the duty of the mighty to protect the meek. The mole understands.
The world would be a much better place if everyone understood that as you do. But I'm not sure that day will ever come.
It will. As long as the mole and Kyle and Nadidah and Oberyn and Amelia breathe, we will show them.
I look forward to that day.
And then the mole will return to digging.
I'll go and get some more.
So Cal is still ferrying bodies to graves.
Yes.
On Cal's next trip, because Amelia's kind of listening in on this, she'll kind of follow him. It's a little creepy. She silently follows. Well, I say silently. And then, as he's busying himself, she'll just kind of pipe up out of nowhere and say, you care deeply for people you've never met.
I do.
There must be a reason for this. For all of this show of, I don't know. Couldn't even think of the word, honestly. Goodness.
Do I need a reason?
We are creatures of reason, are we not?
I suppose. But what reason do I have to not care then?
Suppose that's not up to me. I was just curious that we have so many other things to pursue, to accomplish, and yet here we are, cleaning up.
That is one thing that we had in common with everyone here. They all had something to accomplish, or something to do tomorrow. And today they're getting buried.
He'll think on that for a moment. Nod. Well, such is life, I suppose.
I suppose one way... sorry, not quite sure how to phrase this.
I didn't mean to ambush you.
Not at all. I suppose it's not... I think of... I don't know if this example will land. I'm not always the best with these. But thinking of a hunter. Right. They take their prey. They end a life. But they don't waste it. They take what they need, use as much as they can. In a way, it's honoring the life that they're taking and the weight of that. Here, there was none of that.
That did land quite firmly. All this to say, I'm not unfamiliar with a sight such as this. Perhaps my lack of empathy is more jaded than anything.
I suppose if we are a product of where we came from, if that was not your custom, then it would appear foreign.
Less not my custom and more... She'll pause and trail off. Well, don't let me stop you from honoring them. I was just curious.
So you have seen much of this then?
I have. She seems to be she's speaking slowly now, picking her words out. I have seen villages raised by what some would call monsters. It's a regular occurrence. Or it was. Then it wasn't. Then it was again.
From whoever sat at the top.
From all sides, really. There's a lot to go around in Innistrad. But
I see.
so it's I suppose I'm just trying to understand why, when it's so common, why take the time to worry about it. But I think I understand better now. You've given me a lot to think about.
Well, I'd be happy to talk more later if you'd like.
I'd like that. And she will smile and nod and just leave. Leave him to what he needs to do. But as she walks away, her smile drops and she has this strange look on her face and this strange feeling in her heart that some would call guilt.
You are alone for a moment. And the conversations we think might take place, then the dead are buried. Nadidah, did you have something? I saw you reach for the
Oh no, I was just found a shovel, digging holes, burying bodies.
Actually, I'm so sorry. Come to think of it, after that conversation with Cal, Amelia she'd like to distract herself and walk over to Nadidah and just say, you fought valiantly, but I heard you have doubt in yourself.
What do you mean?
I heard you saying, please work. I hope this works. And then it worked.
I can't demand that something happen.
Can't you?
No.
If it's your power?
I still can't demand that whatever gave me this. I can't take it for granted that it's going to work all the time. I was given a gift. I have to respect that gift. I have to respect where it came from. I don't even know where it came from.
Respect. That's, sorry. I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny thinking about power, where it comes from, who gifts it, and then what's worthy of our respect when we are the ones wielding it. It's strange watching somebody who is so talented doubt themselves, doubt their power. And I know it's a matter of respect for you, I understand that. But I think if there's nothing to have faith in, or it's unknown, perhaps having faith in yourself.
Maybe, but this has been my secret for a very long time. And when it was discovered, I became
Were you shunned?
It was looked at differently. The woman that I thought was my mother completely. I became nothing to her. I was a demon.
People fear what they don't understand, or they're envious of what the gifts we have.
Amelia, it's going to have you make an insight check, but it's not necessary. Nadidah said it outright. She doesn't know where she got her gifts from. She has no idea what she is. It's almost funny. She was viewed as a demon. She doesn't know.
When there's time after we've buried the dead, I would like to help you find more about yourself. I think I may have some answers.
How are you gonna have answers to something that I just found out before I landed? I didn't even know.
I'm coming to learn that our planes of existence may not be that different, after all.
It bothers you that we're burying these people?
It doesn't bother me. It's not something I've ever done. And I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying.
Well, you can do.
Yes. And Amelia will go to an empty, or a grave that is not filled with dirt quite yet, and do something she's probably witnessed or heard about once. Just came to mind, of taking a handful and dropping it in.
Something that the Church of Avison has done. This is a new sensation, a chunk of you. This task of burying the dead, particularly in this number. When the deed is done, gather. Typhar looks to all of you and says, as I said, my people are very different. If you would like to honor them in the ways of your home, I'm sure that they wouldn't have mind.
I think that the mole will just look up to Tyvar. So we have done what we can. We have borne witness. We have extracted justice.
These raids are unfortunately not uncommon. It's strange that they are coming this far. This will not always be preventative. This is a part of the journey.
What is next on our journey?
That, given some thought to. Rather than keep you all here in Bredegard, propose that we travel. To get across the multiverse, I think getting across Kaldheim is good practice. So, next on our journey, on our trip, I think, and then in this moment, Mole, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm notoriously great at those. Natural 20.
20.
Oh,
Mole, you don't hear what Tyvar has to say next. But no adverse effect comes over you. No seizure. You don't drop to the ground. The only thing that changes is your eyes. As they flash. What color are the mole's eyes? Underneath the eagle's
Black.
lines? In this moment, they flash. They're deep greens, and reds, pinks. The color of moving stars. And the shifting light of Istvel. In this moment, they are the cosmos. And you see past your vision, past the eagle's goggles, across Kaldheim, through the stars, through the light, through the cosmos itself, the tangible light, tangible stars, stars that you could now reach out and touch and grasp. Izitoski, running along the roots of the World Tree. You see a great wolf, towering over pine trees, marching with spears and arrows stuck into his back, bleeding. He doesn't care. He marches on. You see a beautiful white lion lounging in what looks like a long hall. On one of the beams, its paw lazily drifting down toward what looks like men and women. These gods of Kaldheim, and it watches You see a creature marching in darkness. Beneath the mountains, you hear dwarven singing as it comes to a halt and waits. You see tendrils. No, not tendrils. A single body circling the roots, coiling around the tree through the realms of Kaldheim. One of them comes to an end and faces a visitor. This coil, this great serpent, towering above him, ready to strike. It opens its maw. It's this beautiful blue with thousands of needle-like teeth. It rears back its head, ready to strike. The stranger doesn't move. He waits in dark cloak, an angry sword. His hair flows in the wind. As the creature strikes, only then do you see him move a flick of the wrist. And the white hair is stained. The gray skin muddled with blood. He marches on. He snarls as the creature twitches. He brings the blade down and ends its life. You see fangs. He wears silver armor with a red ruby, this red gem embedded in the chest. His blade almost drinks up. The coil drinks up this serpent's blood. He marches toward a portal. Something deep within a tunnel. Then you are returned. The rest of you, Tyvar has explained he is taking you to the realms of the dwarves. He's explained that I don't think you're quite ready for Surtland. Perhaps Axgard. I think Axgard would be good. Hardy people, the dwarves. They'll teach you to create things, to make things. And you could all use new weaponry, new armor. I don't want you out there looking like vagabonds.
And what is the creature that lurks in the dark, listening to the songs of the dwarfs?
How do you know this?
The mole has seen it.
What?
What is its name, Tyvar Kell?
You speak of something long since dead. The Gold Eater.
It waits, hungry for the dwarf's songs.
Did you know this?
Your ears are so large and fox-like, I think perhaps you've forgotten to clean them all the way. The mole has said I have seen it. I am the mole. I have seen it. And the snake at the roots of the tree is wounded.
No.
By an ancient swordsman, clad in silver and fanged. And he looks for a portal in the roots of the tree.
The serpent tunnels. Who is he?
It's a ruby in the chest of his silver armor. His sword is angry, it drinks the blood of his foes. have seen his face, and I have marked it well.
Tyvar looks angry, furious.
You said the serpent was one of your people's allies.
Long ago, the serpent tunnels are a sacred place. Where is this swordsman?
Looking for a portal in the roots of the tree.
He will not find it.
I think he will find it. But with the mole's help, perhaps we could find it first.
Go now.
Are you leading us to our deaths, Tyvar?
No. I'm leading you to defend something sacred. Amelia,
Yeah?
do you have questions?
A few?
Would you like to make a roll?
Yes.
I would
What
like
am I
you... I'm going to give you a choice of history or insight.
Both are bad.
If it helps, I'm going to grant you advantage on this roll.
Okay.
You may do with that information what you will. You can feel about that how you feel about that.
I'm feeling a lot. Feeling things. Alright, that's not great. Fucking 12. For insight.
12 for insight. 12 is what you needed. White hair. A blade that drinks blood. Armor with a ruby, a jewel encrusted into the silver. That is your betrothed. Soren Markov is on Kaldheim, and Tyvar is intent on chasing him down.
Amelia makes this realization and just kind of uncharacteristically blurts out, no.
You know this swordsman.
I did not personally. And I really don't intend to change that.
Amelia, he is journeying into a place that my people hold sacred. I am going to stop him.
Well, he usually has his reasons. As far as I know.
Well, then I'm eager to hear them.
Something
And I'll be sure to ask him.
Something tells me that this is not the first time this swordsman has tread on what others hold to be sacred ground. He moves with assuredness. I ate the bit of sap from the world tree.
You did what?
That is how I see.
Oh, good.
You saw what that did to the not rat. Is that what we're calling it? Yes.
It was the not rat.
It is also. It's also what happened to Tusky.
So you just decided to take a game a chance to become either a not rat or whatever that other not rabbit thing was. Oh no, that was the not bird before we left, or Toski. So you're just gonna shoot the dice and see what happens?
And risk becoming a not mole?
Oh my god.
Mole knows what he's doing.
I have been more than just a mole for a while now.
Yeah, you're a mole that throws gold whips and sounds like Gideon. Or did you miss that during the fight?
I don't know what you mean. I did not know Gideon.
Your boy.
I knew Gideon, hero of Akros. And I will carry him until we find the place where he was ended.
As you are all looking at the mole now during this conversation, there's a realization that dawns on you. He's grown. A bit larger now. Not by much. But there's a noticeable size change.
I saw the other beasts, all of them.
You saw them.
The wolf with spears and swords in his hide.
Sarov.
The bearer of secrets. The serpent.
Koma. And he slayed Koma's coil.
And also the one which hides in the dark and listens to the dwarf songs.
Gold Eater has returned. I have to protect my peoples. This place is... The Skodi have barred us from entering the tunnels. But it does not mean that an outsider, that some lone swordsman, can take what is my people's home. Now you may join me or you may stay. I am going.
Do you believe you can contest him and live, Diverkel? Should it come to blows? Is this what you're willing to die over?
For the glory of my people, I would give 1,000 lives, if only I had but more than one to give.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Amelia, anything you can tell me about the swordsman would be very helpful.
He's well, now I understand. He's I suppose a planeswalker from Innistrad. And he's not very... He does his own thing for his own reasons, and not a lot of people understand them because he doesn't talk to a lot of people. But he always has reasons.
I contest with Soren Markov.
Yes.
Then I'm sorry. Today Innistrad loses its lord. And he turns. He begins to walk. What do you want to do?
Which way is it to Axgard? The dwarves deserve to know what is hunting them. That is where there are more lives to save.
You'll need to travel back down the river. Follow it for several miles. 3 to 4. I forget. At the base of the jagged peaks, you will find a barren stone place. There's a tree, dead, should have long since fallen. Underneath its roots is a portal to Exgard. An omen path.
When we arrive, who do we need to speak to?
You'll need to travel to the City of Eight Doors. Go to Bloodhammer Hall. You'll find their king. He knows me.
When do we leave?
The mole will kind of tug on Oberon's pant leg.
Find your voice. Stand up.
I
Your back
wanna-
is hunched over. Your shoulders turned forward. Find your voice.
want to go with Tyvar.
We should hear everyone's voice.
He's done a lot for us, and I feel like I owe it to him to help him out as best I can.
And if we go with him, his odds of survival are even higher. Who knows? We might just win.
Or perhaps it won't need to come to blows.
That would be preferred.
What do you think, Nadidah?
You really don't want to know what I think right now.
No, the mole has asked because the mole would like to know. Can do it.
I think that I don't care. You all make a consensus and we'll go either follow Tyvar, who wants to run off and fight something because you ate a tree sap and now have visions. This one, pointing to Oberon, wants to follow the man because he finds some fealty to him because he's done so much. We barely know him, and during our first giant-ass battle, he got felled by God knows what, saved by me because he was dying, but sure, let's just all go wander off willy-nilly because you ate a sap and he's angry. There you go. That's how I feel. We're standing here in a world that none of us know, staring at other worlds that none of us know, following things, giant squirrels, seeing all these other things, and we're just gonna run off willy-nilly because Tyvar wants to go to some place that he's been banned from, can't go down to, but it's his homeland. She's scared to death, and he just wants to go, and you just saw a vision. There you go. That's how I feel.
There was a lot to consider in your words, Nadidah. I suppose the mole must ask then. This feels like a moment where Gideon would say we must decide what we stand for. And if we stand together or apart. The mole thinks we should have loyalty to each other. First and foremost, we all came through to our place together. And none of us should, forgive me, Nadidah, blindly follow each other. We go where we go because it is what we stand for. Oberyn, Cal, Amelia, Nadidah, and me. But while we think about what we stand for, the mole may have come up with a plan. If we can convince Tyvar to go to Axgard and we go to the tunnels, the Scotty have not banned us from being there. No war. No angry Tyvar to provoke, how you say, Sorin. And the people of Axgard are still warned that whatever a gold eater is hunting them again. It will be a hard sell for Tyvar Cal.
He's walking off. I don't think he cares.
Then
Tyvar-
we must decide if we care.
I call after him.
He stops.
Cannot go back there. You said so yourself.
The Scoti are not
For
my
my-
gods.
From my plane, people of Axgard need to be warned, regardless. But he's my responsibility at this point. Please.
I will not send 5 freshly sparked planeswalkers to face off with Soren Markov.
Something tells me it shouldn't come to that.
How can you be so sure?
Not. But I know what I've heard. And I know what I've seen.
Let us show you what you and your people mean to us, Tyvar Cal.
Nadidah speaks the truth. You've only just met me.
What is the term, Nadidah? Well, the feeling of a thing, not the thing itself. It's not the word for fine dirt that is sediment, but it sounds familiar.
Not true.
Then sentiment?
Sentiment.
Ah,
It's the sentiment of the thing. I don't do this often, so bear with me. Let me show you an act of good faith, so long as the dwarves are warned.
I need Amelia, the mole. Need you both to give me persuasion, please.
Okay.
Can I use the help action for Amelia instead?
No. But
I
I'm
cast
going
guidance on myself.
to. You may. I'm going to, before you roll, give Cal, Nadidah, and Oberon the opportunity to grant the help action, but I'm going to require you to speak your
Cool.
piece to try to persuade Tyvar in
was
some
gonna
way
do
to,
that
to
anyways.
grant this help action.
perfect.
I want to help.
Well, Oberon, go ahead.
You took us under your wing without knowing us and taught us the ways to be a planeswalker, and we fought with you, and that has deeper meaning than just two strangers that just met. So it's almost like a kinship of what you did for us, and your people mean a lot to me in general. and I want to be able to stand up for what is right and not just ignore things when they get hard.
I want to clarify something, Oberon. What do you mean by when you say you fought with him?
Like when we did training, like me and Cal, when we like literally fought against him, and like he showed us his vigor, he showed us like his character through that, and like through most like shows and things like that. When you fight against somebody, you learn a lot more than just talking to them and having a simple conversation.
Who would you like to grant the help action to?
Amelia.
Okay. Nadidah or Cal, if you would like to speak a piece, you may certainly try.
What would you like to do? Okay. I cannot stand idly by and know that anything like what happened here is going to happen somewhere else. Whichever path we take, I'm going. It gets me closer to getting home. You've got my hammer. Wherever we go.
Mole, you may take the help action. And I'll have the two of you roll, please.
Thank you, Cal, because that first d20 was a 2.
Woo!
But the second was a 17. Plus 3 for dirty 20.
I got I think it was a 12 base, and then 2 for guidance, so that's 14. Plus 6 is numbers.
It's also dirty 20.
Yes, thank you.
Your group persuasion check, your DC was 35. Tovar looks to all of you. Says, I am not fit to be a teacher. This is not a role that it's not a role that I have found myself adequate. I will warn Asgard. And then I am coming to you. Because I am a warrior. Because I am an elf. Because I am Elf Skemfar. Because the Einar run in my veins. My blood remembers. And he points down the way. A path. Path to a cave. Where you might take the rest of your journey. And this is where we'll end this session of The Ignited. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for playing, and thank all of you for watching. We will see you guys next time. Same time, same place, same heroes. See you then.